Head of the Presidential Office of Ukraine, Andrei Yermak, opened and participated in the first expanded thematic meeting of the working group dedicated to the implementation of the energy security point of the peace formula. Representatives from the 40 countries and international organizations involved in the energy security working group participated in the meeting. Yermak noted that due to constant Russian missile and drone attacks on the energy system, Ukraine has already lost over 9 gigawatts of generating capacity, which has significantly worsened the humanitarian and economic situation.
Today's conference truly matters. Firstly, because it's the first of the series of events implementing the decisions of Bergenstock Summit. So I like to thank everyone who participated and supported its final communique. Your determination has allowed us to move forward in realizing our shared peace framework.
The head of the presidential office actually emphasized that given the critical importance of energy security and the details of the autumn-winter season that is nearing, we must be ready. The co-heads of the energy security working group are Denmark, Norway and Poland. The head of the presidential office expressed special gratitude to these countries for their leadership and assistance to Ukraine, particularly in preparing this conference. Minister for Climate, Energy and Utilities of Denmark, Lars Agard, emphasized that his country stands by Ukraine in its efforts to build a lasting peace and rebuild the energy system. Norwegian State Secretary of the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy, Astrid Bergmal, stressed that assistance to improve energy security is a priority in Norway's support program for Ukraine. Polish Secretary of State of the Ministry of Climate and Environment, Krzysztof Bolesta, noted that during its presidency of the Council of the EU, his country will work towards advancing Ukraine's accession talks, especially with regard to the energy sector integration. Ukrainian Energy Minister Herman Alushenko emphasized the importance of the partner countries' support for Ukraine.
And that is the key messages which we drafted together with you, which is drafted in the joint communique. And of course, first is deliberate unjustified attacks on civil objects comprise a flagrant violation of international humanitarian law and are unacceptable. A comprehensive, just and lasting peace must protect and secure Ukraine's civilian energy infrastructure. This will support the humanitarian situation in Ukraine and the human rights of all Ukrainians. And the international assistance is crucial to rebuild and to develop, as well as to defend energy system against military threats, including through the strengthening of air defense capabilities to Ukraine by the committed countries.
This thematic conference followed the first Peace Summit, where general approaches to the peace framework were actually discussed, and nuclear security, food security and humanitarian issues were discussed in every detail. The goal of this process is to develop a comprehensive peace plan initiated by President Zelensky. Following the conference, participants adopted a joint communique. What is a good and obvious sign is that the world that calls itself civilized really shows it. Was not in vain. It is exactly the case when it comes to help for those in trouble and need.